Hey guys, TheJordude here, and I just want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Teppen, Gungho and Capcom's real action card game featuring all your favorite heroes such as Ryu, Chun-Li, Mega Man X, and more. Dominate your opponents around the world by attacking and defending in real-time combat, and turn the tides of battle with active response attacks. This game is actually a lot of fun, guys. The games are quick, exciting, and challenging. Give Teppen a try and download it now on your mobile devices with the link down below. Here's a little warning, the game can be quite a little bit addicting. Hey, what's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Teppen video. So in this video I wanted to feature a deck that I've been playing a lot of recently, and this is a Albert Wesker deck. Basically the hero art you're going to be using is Uroboros. What it does is summons the highest MP unit in your graveyard. So obviously what this deck does is you're trying to just spam out this guy Devil Hole which is a 6/8 rush. So when he's summoned, so even if you use your hero art summon, he has the rush effect, so he's hitting your opponent's face or the unit a lot quicker. Victory it goes -2 attack. So basically with this deck, your main combo is you do something like False Throne. This throws your Devil Hole into your graveyard. Then you can use cards like Rebirth and your hero art to just summon Devil Holes throughout the game. And usually this overwhelms your opponent because a 6/8 could usually clear a lot of big units. And because you could just kind of summon a bunch of big things at the same time and that have rush, it really pressures your opponent, and a lot of times they can't deal with all the pressure and they eventually just die. Another strong card in this deck is Tyrant, T103. When he dies you get a Super Tyrant, which is basically a 2/8 with combo plus agility. I can't see the card from here, but yeah, so Tyrant is usually good because you could just summon this guy to block your opponent's units from hitting your face. So this guy could soak up damage, does a little bit of damage. The slow is like really annoying, so it's not like the slow 2 damage is going to do much. But eventually Tyrant almost all the time will die, so you get the Super Tyrants out. And it just, again with the Devil Holes, this creates a lot of pressure for your opponent. The rest of the deck kind of just supports it because like Rebirth summons a random unit from your graveyard. We try to play the rest of the units are like Revenge, so like Zombie and T2 Tyrant. They have Revenge, so instead of going to a graveyard, at first they just go back to your deck. So this makes your Rebirth a bit more consistent. Rebirth sometimes will bring out your Tyrants or your Super Tyrants though. So there is some inconsistencies there, but usually the Rebirths are very strong. Other than that, you just got a bunch of utility, lots of removals, cards like Sample Collection. You don't actually have to have a unit on the board to use Sample Collection. Your board could be empty and you can still destroy an enemy unit. Hard removal like Obliteration. Obliteration almost cannot be negated by most spells. I think one purple spell can negate this, but returns back to your extra pocket, so it's usually fine. Now power cards is like the legendary spell Living Death. So if you have a bunch of like Devil Holes or Super Tyrants in your graveyard, you could use this when your opponent's like somehow got ahead on board, and then it kind of resets the board, revives any units in the graveyard. So usually you'll have a better revival than your opponent. Spreading Infection, also a very good legendary spell. Just basically refills your board, stalls for time, gives you more units because it gives you all zombies. They return back to your deck as stronger units. Just more removal, murderous spikes. And if their opponent tries to use like targeting spells to kill like your Devil Holes or your Super Tyrants, you could just easily outchain them with cards like Mad Massacre or like Selfish Predation. So yeah, this is a very strong deck actually. I actually use this deck almost solely to climb ladder. Right now I'm at 300, but I actually did get up to like around 70 champion 70, so top 100 with this deck. I went like 19-1 in 20 games. I have the proof of that on my Twitter, so you can check that out on my Twitter. I fell a little bit, but this deck is just overall very solid. It beats a lot of matchups. Unfavorable matchups, I would say. Actually, Revenge Wesker is pretty good against this deck in my opinion. Wrath Ras Lasaros is also pretty good against this deck. Purple against like purple 4s or Morgan 4s, you do have to be a little bit careful. But generally, this deck farms like Ryu decks or any like tier 2 or below decks. This deck should beat against any of them. And there's a lot of room to outplay your opponent with this build as well. So yeah, this is the deck, guys. If you enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Comment down below if you prefer playing like the Uroboros Wesker deck or like the Revenge style Wesker deck. And yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the games. See you guys next time. Peace. Well, we're playing against rank 1. Yo, if we win this, we're going to get so many ranks. So he's playing Shadow Blade Morgan. Definitely like the better player should win this, I think. It's gonna be tough because he's rank 1 right now. He's probably better than me, but going for the upset. We just have to watch out for our units getting 4-eyed, essentially. If we're able to block that. I want to put something just in case he would want to 4-eye. Oh, he's still 4-eyed my 2-5, my Tyrant. Still fine because we had the second one. This is either going to summon us a Tyrant or I guess more often summons a Tyrant. That was a mistake actually, we shouldn't have played that. We should have played the Rebirth first, or the False Throne first. So he has two 4-eyes down. It's kind of important to know. We don't have an answer to this right now, so I'm just gonna... It might not be good to use my spikes on a 4-eyes just because it's so weak. Maybe we should have just False Throned instead to cycle for a card. Okay, that's fine. Actually, his graveyard is not bad now because he stole some of my Tyrants. We're kind of taking a lot of damage. Ah. No, I don't want him to bounce us back. It's too much tempo. I do need to heal. I probably sack the Tyrant. I'll sack the Tyrant. I'll play the zombie on my mid lane, then I could hero art to get my Gungho to kill the Vector. Okay, he's going to brainwash me. This is really good that I have a second removal. So I denied his brainwash. Now he's super behind on mana. This should be a lot of pressure for him. So he's going to be taking a lot of damage at least. I might want to obliterate. A bit too slow. Either way, he's only at 3 mana right now, so he can't set up an 8 mana play. So I'm just going to keep putting like these cheap dudes on, keep putting pressure. I'm getting a lot of damage in. Don't think he has a way to stop this. He should be dead. Yeah. Antibody activation, so it's like an Explorer gel. That's fine. Usually we could just overpower their board, I would say. Let's just play a Tyrant in front of that guy. Fortunately, I can't remove that. It's not like a Goulet or something. Oh, if he plays one more spell, that would have been really good. But this gives him oh, this gives him shield, but I need to chain over his shield for Massacre to be good. What's this? Explore for weakness. Okay. I'll just block that for now. We have a lot of good cards, but the chain ordering kind of matters. This is fine. Okay, it's still good. How do I want to deal with that? Can I deal with that?
All preparations complete.
Halt? I mean, I guess. It's just going to die anyways, but... Oh, I actually might want to put a Tyrant instead. On here. Then I'm going to use my Hero Art to get the Gungho on my top lane. And then, just to get some extra pressure in. I could use the Hero Art to help trade, but the Tyrant should be fine in this situation.
No, I can't. I can't let it end here.
It's a little bit annoying.
You're finished.
Okay, this Mad Massacre is going to come out really good. Unless he has a second shield. I'm not sure.
You're finished. Give up already.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Mad Massacre would be really good there. Spread infection fine though. I do want to set up, I guess, like an obliteration or even a living death could be fine here. Because he's kind of putting a lot onto this Nash. So if we could just stop the Nash.
You're finished. Give up already.
Okay, we definitely spiked that. I think it's fine because if he plays the spell onto his Nash, I'm going to just obliterate. I guess he didn't have enough mana to put it on though. Whatever he wants to play that spell on though, I could just obliterate after, so it's fine. Our hand's pretty garbled, so we either have to bait him into so I can use my living death. But I mean, I guess I'm just playing the dissolvable here with my hero art, force him to do something.
Now we're talking. No, I can't. I can't let it end here.
I'm probably going to obliterate this since I have 2. Alright, nice. So we baited him to using a spell.
All preparations complete.
Yeah, it's fine. Again, we just have like a bunch of removal in the hand, so we're kind of just playing reactively. We are ahead on life though, so just playing reactive is probably fine right now. Unless this deck has some kind of burst from hand. I know this deck might have rush, but all the combo units should be fine. Yeah. Just more removal. Guess we just chillin'. Yeah. We removed all that Nashes. The thing is, like, I keep single removing, but it never gets to, like, if he plays 2 units on the board, that's good enough for my living death, I think. I can spike that.
You're finished. Give up already.
This comes first, so it should work. If he does something else to boost the attack,
All preparations.
yeah, I have to obliterate. But now he has the Gil Explorer card, so it does 6 damage. I want to save up my MP a little bit before I use my hero art. So I want to combo my hero art plus my rebirth, probably. And just kind of have like one big turn. And then ideally I'd probably play the Tyrant as well. So we'll start off with the rebirth, then my hero art, then the Tyrant. The zombie might just be better than the Tyrant right now. Alright, let's do everything all at once, so he kind of panics here.
Now we're still in it.
I don't have a removal for that. We have Living Death though, so we might just use our Living Death. Let's see. See how big he gets. Actually, I'm just going to remove that right now, unless he has an answer.
You're finished. Give up already.
He has a shield, okay. Or, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Maybe I could have played around it better.
You think you can stand against a god?
Nice get, Tyrant. Oh, he's just dead too. Sometimes you don't notice how low they are because you're too involved on what you're doing.